besties. Welcome to the very first episode of the Bestie in My Pocket podcast. This has been a long time coming. I think I created the logo and had the idea for this 5 or 6 months or so ago. And shout out to AI because y'all know I love ChatGPT and all the AI things. My logo and the branding and all the ideas is all by way of ChatGPT. No, I'm not sponsored. I just love AI. But what is the Bestie in My Pocket podcast? Why did I want to do it? Right. So I got a lot of you guys know me as Coach T. And if you don't, what's up, Bestie? Welcome to the podcast. And you guys know me for the T Academy. You know me for having a mentorship program. I have two mentorships, one for physical products and one for digital products. But outside of all that stuff, I wanted to kind of just be your business bestie on the go. So this is pocket sized gems on the go. That's where the name came from. Bestie derived from being a business bestie. I don't like to consider myself just in one particular niche. And you'll see today when we talk about our topic, you are the niche. So when we talk about social media and being creators, I don't believe in I tell people to, start with a niche, but you are the niche. So with that being said, the Bestie in My Pocket podcast has a variety of topics that we're going to cover, but they're all for you. If you are creative, if you like to show up, you like to come up with different ways to make money online, you like to level up your mindset, your business, that's what this podcast is all about. So, welcome. Super excited to have you here. We're going to lock in with episode one, and our topic is what is the creator economy and why you need to be a part of it. Now, before I get too deep, there are some segments to my podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and so I was like, do I want to have segments and stuff like that? So I have a few segments. The first segment is the gem of the day. So I want you to walk away with a gem that it just hit, it just resonate with you, and it kind of helps you with the day. So the gem of the day is show up for the old version of you that needed you, right? I think that is so important and it's going to be prevalent in today's topic. Show up for the old version of you. A lot of times you get in your head, especially with content creation, you want to be perfect. You can't do it until you mastered it. No, show up anyway. Show up for the old version of you who needed you. Because on the other side of this video, on the other side of the phone, is someone who is where you used to be and they need you. They need your testimony, they need your story, and you're hiding that fear. Show up, okay? So let's get into the episode. So I hope you enjoyed that gem of the day. The topic, creator economy. What is creator economy, Coach T? Like, I haven't heard it like that. You know exactly what it is. You see it every day on social media. You see me doing it right now, right? So creator economy, if we were to define it, it would be anyone who is monetizing their creativity. That's basically what it means. You are posting content and maybe you're getting paid for posting the content. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, a TikTok, Facebook, and they're paying you for your views. You tapped into their creator program. Maybe you're monetizing with the ads share, right? So, like on YouTube, after so many views and all that stuff, and you become monetized, same as Twitch. That's why I'm over here trying to get monetized. After so many things that you need to become monetized, ads will begin to play on your content and you get a piece of the pie, right? These are examples of what I mean by creator economy. Maybe you have a subscription. Maybe you have built a strong community who like you and thank y'all that are here live in the moment on my Twitch. So this is being recorded, just a little plug here, every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. You can catch the Bestie in My Pocket podcast recorded live behind the scenes before I edit and make it all like cutesy and stuff like that. But you have an audience that is subscribed to your platform, right? Maybe you sell products. A lot of my community, you sell products, but there's more that you need to tap into with the creator economy. Let me tell you how I realized how big this got. I really saw the shift. First of all, when TikTok Shop brought in the affiliate program, I'm like, okay, I see it. Friend, it is crazy. When they said they were going to close TikTok and all these people were like, this is my lifestyle. That this is a job. And as an ex-teacher, the kids used to say, I used to say, you know, the old question, what are you gonna be when you grow up? Maybe I didn't ask it like that. But the kids would say a YouTuber. And I'm like looking at them like, YouTuber, you better go to college, you better go to school, right? And they'll say a streamer. And I'm like, you just play video games all day, right? Not realizing that content and being your authentic self is its own economy. We have totally stepped into it. So I see it on TikTok Shop with the affiliate. I see it on TikTok Shop with the creator program. But the Super Bowl comes, right? The Super Bowl this year was in my hometown, New Orleans. And so I'm seeing all of these creators from social media that make you laugh, make you think, they're on at the Super Bowl. Oh my God. Before the commercial break, I don't know the person. You know how you feel like you know them. You probably feel like you know me. What's up, Bestie? I know you too. But I'm looking at the commercials, not the commercials, the advertising going on, and I'm like, wow, things have really shifted. And let me know, send me some messages and let me know if you're noticing this big shift. Here's where I saw a big shift a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know if y'all know this brand, and they didn't pay me to talk about their brand. This brand has taken over TikTok like no other brand. There's two brands that I've watched that have just been big powerhouses with TikTok Shop, right? So they're not a TikTok affiliate. Well, they are for other brands, but they are their own businesswoman, right? So this brand is called Canvas Beauty. And so I follow this young lady on Instagram as well. And so I see her talking to Rihanna's Fenty team, y'all. This is how big the creator economy has gotten. So she is so huge that she was the first TikTok shop person to make $1 million in like X amount of time. I don't know the exact time, so I don't want to quote it. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy, right? We are QVC over here on these social media streets, live stream shopping, and she has the record. No one has beat this record yet, right? I see her leveraging the platform. I see Suba and all these other sisters of business who have collaborated and come together on her page, leveraging her presence, right? So I'm scrolling on Instagram a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, and I see her and her post is talking about how she is sitting with Fenty Beauty, right? Rihanna's brand, and you're like, wait, they're in the same industry. She's in the beauty industry. She sells body butter, she sells perfumes, all these things. So does Rihanna, right? But her team wanted her to help them pick out specific products to make a bundle, right? Why? Because we living in what? Come on, say it. The creator economy. They want to leverage her audience. They want to leverage her presence. They want to leverage her influence. So now I don't know what it is. I'm doing something else and I pick up my phone and I'm looking on TikTok. Guess who's live? Canvas Beauty is live. But guess what is tagged at the bottom of her live stream? If you've never been on TikTok with live shopping, you need to get into it so you can see, right? So at the bottom of the screen, the shopping thing, it's the Fenty Beauty freaking bundle. And you know sis getting a cut because it's already a brand deal. It's already a collaboration. So this is what I am talking about when I say creator economy. You are the niche. So you're like, okay, coach, how do I get into this? How do I make the shift? We're going to talk about that in just a second. And I want to Googling too, y'all. I want to share this quote with you. I was like, I went to ChatGPT and I was like, what would you define creator economy? Can you search the internet? Can you give me some statistics that's showing how popular this is, how prevalent this is, and what the future holds for creators? Because even I talked about the Super Bowl and how they were using creators, but there are commercials now that have creators that we're seeing pop off too, right? So brands are looking for us. They're looking to work with creators because this right here, this phone, this is the economy. The phone and the social media platforms have become the economy. Yes, we're watching the shows and all this different stuff like that, but our eyeballs, where do you spend the most of your time? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I am probably addicted to my phone, and I try not to be. But as a businesswoman, I'm spending a lot of time looking at the phone, and I hate it so bad, y'all. I pick it up, and how did I land on Instagram? I didn't pick this phone up to go to Instagram. And then I'm like, oh, I was supposed to be doing this. That means we're addicted to our phones. But here's what I found. This statistic is so crazy. So shout out to this website. This is the where I got this from, sproutsocial.com. It says the creator economy is currently valued at approximately $250 billion. Did you hear me? $1 billion right now in 2025. And it is projected to reach 500 billion by 2027. That is insane to me. I want a piece of that pie. I want you to get a piece of that pie too. So let's shift. And if you are at home, go ahead and get your notes out. Go ahead and get the notes app on your phone out. If you're at work, if you are at the gym, just go ahead and listen and then watch this back. Or if you're listening, watch it back online, right? Because it will be on YouTube. And then, like I said, temporarily, it will be available on Twitch live in the moment. So here's how you're going to make the shift, friend. The first thing you're going to do is show up as your authentic self online. Whatever it is that you love doing, you love cooking, you love crafting, show up with that stuff online. Don't have to be top polished, don't have to be perfect, right? Because you are the brand. People like your energy, they like your vibe, they like your voice. And remember what I said earlier, show up for the old version of you who needed you. Who cares if you have a gap? Who cares if you have freckles? I used to be so ashamed of my freckles as a kid, right? And now it's like, isn't it funny how the things that we were made fun of are now popular, like big lips and all this stuff? That's a whole nother podcast. But show up as your authentic self. Because if you have a list, if you have an accent, the people who are meant for you are going to find you. And what you'll notice, especially on platforms like TikTok, authenticity and who you are, people love that. They don't want that fake polished stuff. Save all of the what you did and all the accolades and the shiny stuff for the IG, right? All of these platforms have different cultures, but authenticity is winning big right now. So step one in making the shift, three ways to make the shift to the creator economy. Step one, show up as the brand, not a seller. Get away from just pushing your product. Use your products in real time. Share your wins, share your struggles. Be relatable. Be relatable. People buy from people is one of the biggest things that I tell my students in my programs. And when you're scrolling on social media too, you'll notice the energy now is FaceTime energy. It's like that's my girl. Like I said, when I was watching stuff on the Super Bowl and I saw, I'm like, oh, that's my friend. I don't know this person in real life, but I feel like I do because of the way that they curate their content, right? So that's going to be the first thing. Be vulnerable, show up. That's what make people feel like they rock with you and they want to be in your ecosystem. Number two, right? And I had a challenge. I don't know if I want to give y'all this challenge, but I think I will. I have a Bestie challenge of the day, right? I don't know what this audio is called, but it's like, I don't know what the audio says something like, I started from the bottom. I don't know what the bottom looked like for you, but this is what the bottom looked like for me. If you can find that audio, or even if you can't, I challenge you to create content sharing why you started your business. Why do you show up online every day? Like, what's the purpose of you showing up? Why do you have that page? Why did you create that page? That is the challenge that I have for you today. All right, let's get to number two before I get all teachery up in here. All right, number two, create content that makes people feel seen. Stop trying to create this perfect brand content. If you look at these big brands, you see Popeyes cracking jokes at Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A cracking jokes at because we are living in they're trying to be personable, they're trying to be relatable, and they're trying to be able to show up on a feed and blend in with the creators. We are the ones that control, we have the voice, right? So create content that can be savable, shareable, and relatable. So if you're struggling with content, that's a whole nother gem right there. So always gems when I'm talking, always flying. So three types of content that makes people feel seen. Relatable content. Relatable, if you're a 9 to 5, talk about that. I'm on this 9 to 5 right now, but I can't wait to get home and work on this brand. Because I don't know about you, but I'm tired of working for somebody else. I'm just quite tired. Who else like me? Let me know in the comment section. People are going to comment. You're going to find your community, right? So that is going to be the second one. The third one is going to be one of my favorites. Focus on conversations and not conversion. Conversion is you always trying to get the bag. You always trying to get the sale. First of all, I gotta get to know you and trust you, right? Have conversations online. You should be commenting back to people. Use people's real name. Have conversations in the DM. Go live. What are you scared of going live for? Are you serious right now? Go live and have a conversation. Even if you're not comfortable with that, put the phone up when you're in the car and just have a conversation. Whatever's on your mind in that moment, share it. Don't be afraid to have real conversations because believe it or not, those conversations lead to conversion. They're gonna wanna pay for you for your subscription or like you guys, again, I value my community so much. I call you guys besties as a short term from business bestie. But a lot of you, just like those people that I talk about when I saw on the Super Bowl, I be like, look at my friend. Look at my friend post. Oh, let me buy from my friend, right? Because it's connection. We're human. We create that connection. So when you're using even using your real voice, that is the biggest power you have online. Yeah, we have the dance. If you could dance, baby, do the dance trend. I can't dance. I might do the dance trend for fun to have because it makes me feel good. But use your voice. Your voice is so powerful. It really helps, again, that person on the other side of the phone feel that energy and connect with you. Okay. So those are going to be the three shifts that you need to make in order to get into the creator economy. And I'm gonna throw an extra gem in there too. This is the fact of a lot of you guys are waiting. If you listen to this, I don't know where you at. Raise your hand if this you're waiting for this perfect opportunity to fall in your lap. You're hoping this big brand sees you and want to collaborate with you. You're hoping you can become a TikTok affiliate, right? You got to go out and get it. You can't wait for it. A lot of the brand deals that I've secured this year alone, I reached out to the brand. It goes down to the DM, right? Literally slid in the DM. I didn't wait for them to find me. Hey, I like you, right? And here's another gem in that same lane. I made content about the brands that I truly love before even reaching out. Because it's not, again, it's about that connection. It's about that authenticity. It's not about just trying to get a dollar. It's about literally, I like this brand, I use it for XYZ, and I think my audience should be aware of it. So don't wait for things. That would be the fourth extra tip on making the shift in the content creator, not content, but creator economy is don't wait for opportunities. Make them show up. Okay. All right. So last segment. So I hope you are enjoying the podcast. First episode, I think I'm doing pretty good here. This is kind of my lane. I love to talk. Um, it's probably the educational background I have. Maybe even when I facilitated a lot when I worked at Payless. Shout out to Payless. Life don't seem the same without Payless shoes, right? Always get people always send me that meme. I don't know if you see it every year when it's Easter and it says Easter ain't the same when I know Payless. It don't feel it don't. Back to school don't feel the same to me. Christmas, I don't know. I worked there for like 16 plus years of my life. So yeah. But let me stay on track. Last segment. The last segment is gonna be what happened in these social media streets. Because I want to show you abreast you on top of what's happening. Because stuff be moving too fast. It's like, wait a minute now. First of all, Instagram CEO every week, here he come. Here he come with something else, right? But I want to keep you guys on top of what's happening. So two things, and I kind of mentioned one of them earlier. Two main shifts that are happening in the social media streets. The first one is super amazing for the content creator economy, the creator economy. It's going to be you no longer need 5K followers to be in the TikTok shop affiliate program. Look, and I make this little horn sound and I want to shout out where I get it from because you guys hear it all the time. It is not authentically mine. I do not own this sound. So one of my favorite podcasts, they did not pay me to say this. I listen to a lot of podcasts. It's called The Friend Zone, right? And so The Friend Zone has Fran on there. Hey, Fran, hey, you can look her up on social media. And so she does the I've been listening to it for so long, so many years, that's how I celebrate. So when I heard that you no longer need 5K followers to be in the creator program or the Shopify TikTok shop, look at me blending my words up, slow down. The TikTok shop affiliate program, I was like, I was excited. Granted, you only need 1K followers. That is not hard to get on TikTok. If you have 1K followers, what they've done now, it's about a month or so, they have created a new program called the TikTok Shop pilot program. So the pilot program is like a mini version of the affiliate. They let you test the waters, right? On your way to your 5K. So you're able to monetize the TikTok shop by using the products that are there as an affiliate, very similar to what is it, the Amazon affiliate situation, right? There's some things in there, parameters, like you can only do 5 posts a week because you are in the pilot that you're testing it out, right? And there's probably some products that I don't know what's the things there that you can't affiliate. I don't know if it's the pricing or the niche or whatever, but that is super exciting for new creators. That brings the goalposts down some and makes it an easier barrier of entry for all of us. So if you have not been on TikTok, you out the loop, friend. I honestly don't think it's going anywhere soon. Get your tail over there. Start learning the culture. I teach this stuff all the time inside of the T Academies, like Plug, and my membership, Digital Dollars Academy. Digital Dollars Academy is probably more suited for this because we do affiliate marketing and stuff like that. But get on over on TikTok. Now, if you're a business owner, you've got to have a creator account. If you're a business account, it's going to put you on TikTok Shop to sell. And if you're wanting to do the make some money part, then you need to be a creator. All right. So that is one major shift popping in the social media streets. The second is authenticity is back. I don't think they ever went away. Yes, we see the AI talking babies and all that stuff. And we see AI generated stuff with Google and all the different things. That's super exciting. But what's really working is you just picking up that phone and you talking, your authenticity, you being your real, raw, authentic self. That is the first episode of the Bestie in My Pocket podcast. I don't know where you're listening to me at. You're 9 to 5, the gym, you bed rotten. That's a whole new term I learned a couple months ago. You chilling. I appreciate you for taking the time to listen all the way through. Make sure wherever you're listening or watching me at, give me some love. Like it, comment, give me some feedback. Even slide in the Instagram DM. You can find me at the T Academy or at Latanya Monique so that you can let me know how you felt about episode 1. And I will see you in the next episode. Let's go.